the new conceptual way of thinking of pure mind, and remember it's pure mind, so this is bliss, is to use a reverse strategy. So it although it is 100% pure, it is appearing as ego. And you ask, why would pure mind appear as this identity, temporary, unintelligent, non-logical, human mind, when it can remain pure and just be the observer? Why would it appear as an ego mind? Because ego is now really driving hard for its survival. And in any war incident, any war situation, you know that when the opposition is driving for survival, they're driving forward, it's a great opportunity to strike. Because they're unaware. Their focus is on a one-way track rather than watching the defense, watching the back, watching the sides. So it's a great opportunity for pure mind to help ego, to help humans self-destruct. Now, when you say self-destruct, the ego mind says, we'll be here forever. We are consciousness. We're going to be here. Yeah, but we're not speaking about the body. We're not speaking about our existence as a form, as a human being. We're speaking about our identity self-destructing. So how does it do this, you see? You see? Well, it's like any other army. It covers all areas. So while you think you're in a job, and you're being made to feel inferior, insignificant, which is probably at this moment, at this present time, in this century, at this date, is most of the population in each country, where we feel, ego feels as if it's getting pushed for self-destruction. My life is at an end. I don't know what to do. Every time, every corner I turn, something comes up. So while you're feeling trodden on and useless and being abused in every aspect, it's the ego that is being abused by ego. But in the depth of it, beyond it, in the background, is pure mind. Because pure mind is now attacking full force and saying, you know what? The only way you can destroy the enemy is to get the enemy to revolt against each other. And separate them, and divide them, and break them up. You see, there's no one conspiring. Every single human being is involved with this. Every single human being is involved with this. Past human beings, if we look at time and past and whatever you want to, you'll find that human beings have gotten so crazy over improving and success and power and greed, that it was humans originally that started this, feeding the ego mind, feeding the mind to make it so powerful. But now humans are lost. The being side of us are kind of, the pure mind of us is lost. So we're asking for reinforcements. We're asking for this whole nature, this whole pure mind to help us self-destruct, which means the suicide of ego. And it's happening everywhere. But many are frightened. But it's not them that's frightened, it's ego that's frightened. They still think that they're driven by status and power and greed, but they're not. They're being driven to eradicate the ones below. The one below is ego mind. And by doing this, more than 50% of beings will self-realize. And therefore, the balance will be perfect. You will still have some egoistic, superior people who think they're superior because the ego thinks it's superior, but the pure mind will balance itself out, and then we can live in this world peacefully and happy. We can still have the same as what we have. People who think they're in charge, but they're not going to bully you and barter you and try and abuse you for every single moment of your working day or your social day. They're not going to try and steal and manipulate you and force you into another suicide, because the suicide will be over, the ego will be gone. You will be completely happy, completely intelligent, and it will be your intelligence that will save the ones who have saved you. Reverse strategy again, you see? So all those, a bit of an encouragement here, a bit of a good message for all those who are really, really struggling. You are all on the dark night of the soul. Your boss maybe, or your friend, or your partner, or your politician, or your counselor, may be forcing you into this corner, forcing every single thing out of you, questioning everything about you. But they're doing you a favour. You are the ones who are going to save them, who are forcing you into the corner. Your intelligence, your super intelligence will be witnessed by yourself when you self-recognize what you really are, not the ego. We're all pure mind. Everything is pure mind. No separation. So I say, if you're on the dark night of the soul, stick with it. Don't do anything drastic. Stay with it. So many are becoming awakened or enlightened, or whatever you want to call it. The pure mind is doing its greatest work right at this very moment. And no one should be frightened. Even the bosses who are bullying you, even the politicians who think actually know that they've lost sight of this physical world. There is no solution in this external world. They know this. So they're hoping, they're praying. Every single one of us is praying for this war that is being played out right now. You may feel as if you're the victim, and you stay as the victim. You become the victim. Become this one who is being drained and battered into a corner. But don't do anything silly. Stay with it. Face up. Face up to your ego. Face up to your identity. Ask, who am I? What am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Where am I looking from? Ask all these questions. Don't lie down to it. But lie down to it, if you know what I mean. Don't give up, but give up, if you know what I mean. It's a great time to be bullied. It's a great time to be a victim. Stay with it. Please stay with it. Don't do anything that will harm your body or anyone else's body. Just watch this ego mind dissolve. Watch it, witness it, follow it. It will lead you to your salvation. And you, the one who feels the poorest, the smallest, the most insignificant, will become the super intelligent. And all those who have bullied and bartered and pushed you will become your friends when they see you helping them. We're all in it to help each other in a ridiculous way. We have got ourselves into this situation. This pure mind has allowed freedom so much that freedom has turned into boundaries, segregation. And now it's taking back. We're all taking back what is rightfully ours, freedom.